Strange forest cats that keep appearing on remote island are confusing scientists. Certain parts of Madagascar make you feel like you're entering another planet entirely, one with strange noises and rustling behind every leaf and bough. But for Madagascar's wildlife, the surroundings aren't strange, they're home. Those noises are all part of the chorus of Madagascar's unique animal residents, and we know next to nothing about them. Not that scientists haven't tried their best to unlock Madagascar's secrets. The island has been subject of exploration for hundreds of years, and recently that effort has started to pay off. The story behind one of Madagascar's slipperiest creatures has long eluded experts, but a key finding has finally uncovered some of the mystery. Madagascar is home to many mysteries, but the most puzzling is the one experts have unsuccessfully tried to crack. It's wildlife. Take a stroll through the trees and you'll see and hear things that don't exist anywhere else. The Republic of Madagascar is one of the largest islands in the world, and over 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. Many curious scientists have made the island the subject of their studies. Michelle Sother is one of the best and brightest. Michelle Sother of the University of Colorado knows a lot about Madagascar. It's sometimes referred to as the eighth continent because of its isolated wildlife, for example. But there's a specific mystery about the island that she's made her mission to solve. It all goes back to Madagascar's flagship mammal species, the lemur. Or more accurately, it all goes back to the lemur's biggest enemy. Lemurs are the main source of protein for Madagascar's largest mammalian carnivore, the fossa. Fossa are often described as cat-like, though they also share traits with animals like the mongoose, the civet, and even the dog. Still, they aren't felines. They're actually part of the Eupleridae family, and their history on the island is an ancient one. Fossa are usually found on Madagascar. They are meant to be here, said biologist Luke Dollar. They've evolved to be the most threatening carnivores in the country, but that doesn't mean their competition hasn't evolved with them. That's where Michelle comes in. While studying the ring-tailed lemur, one of her lemurs went missing, and its microchip was later found in a mysterious pile of scrat that, interestingly enough, did not belong to the fossa. Michelle knew exactly which animal that scat belonged to. More elusive than the fossa are its cat-like competitors that slink along the edges of Madagascar's forests, the aptly named forest cats. From afar, these creatures don't just look cat-like. They look just like your everyday neighborhood stray. Emphasis on from afar, because the closer you get to these forest cats, the clearer it is that they're not like your everyday tabby. They're bigger, leaner, and stronger, and no one knows exactly why or how they got to Madagascar in the first place. Michelle and her team have heard and researched all of the theories about the origins of the forest cats, and they aren't without merit. These domestic-looking cats certainly look a little out of place among Madagascar's unique floral and fauna. Scientists long speculated that the forest cats came from smaller wildcats that somehow reached Madagascar from mainland Africa. Of course, many scientists weren't content with that pesky somehow, so they posited other theories, all wilder than the next. Some theorized that they came from European domestic cats, but this theory was quickly squashed with evidence that forest cats existed long before the first European explorers arrived. Soon enough, Michelle had her own fascinating theory about the forest cats. In order to prove her theory, she and her team drew blood from 30 forest cats and compared the DNA to other cat genomes. The resulting data not only proved Michelle's theory right, but it shed light on the origin of the felines. The forest cats, as she deduced, descended from domestic cats of the Arabian Sea region, which includes islands like Lamu, Dubai, and Kuwait, among others. Still, exactly how these cats ended up on the outskirts of Madagascar is another question entirely. These findings are consistent with human migration patterns of people arriving from the east, said Tim Tetzlaff, chair of the Madagascar Fauna and Floral Group. Since trade has flourished across the Arabian Sea for thousands of years, Arab influences run rampant in Madagascar. So it's likely that the forest cats first arrived in Madagascar from one of these Arabian trading ships. Regardless of their origin, these cats have been evolving alongside Madagascar's unique wildlife for thousands of years. So one key question remains. How long until the forest cats, long considered an invasive species, are no longer viewed as invasive? It's quite the conundrum, said Dollar, because things may be relatively balanced between the forest cats and other wildlife. Plus, more pressing issues are plaguing the island. A bad mix of conservation problems, population booms, lack of infrastructure, and the debilitating effects of traditional agricultural practices have tempted scientists to simply leave nature alone and see what happens. And Madagascar's wildlife is truly hard to control. Forest cats have become a staple of Madagascar's wildlife, which means they too are in the circle of life. Their bones have been found in fossa scat, reassuring scientists that regardless of their intervention, nature always finds a way to balance things out. Animal lover? Subscribe to our channel for all the latest in pet care and animal rescue. You can also visit our store, where you'll find cheeky merch for cats and dog lovers, including fun and original t-shirt designs and many other accessories you will love. Our earnings will help support and rescue animals in need and make a difference in their welfare. For more information, visit www.pawsfashion.store. Thank you for being a part of our growing community and for caring about animals and their lives, especially at a time where they need you the most.